What is going on, guys? Welcome to the final episode in this little mini series that I have been doing. And if you haven't caught any of the other episodes, I have been testing out different spells, the more popular ones at Barrows. And in this last video, I'm going to be testing out the Iban Blast. So if you haven't seen any of the other videos that I've done on Barrows, I have tested out Fire Surge, the Trident of the Seas, and the Trident of the Swamp. And if you haven't checked those out, there will be a card popping up on the screen right now, and you can go check those out and then head back over to this one to see the final results of the last video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Coming up on the screen now, we have my gear. So I am going with the exact same gear with the Iban staff instead of any of the other staffs as I have in the last videos, and that's going to be Ancestral Hat, bottom and top, Imbued Saradomin Cape, Occult Necklace, Unholy Blessing, Arcane Spirit Shield, Tormented Bracelet, Eternal Boots, and a Berserker Ring Eye for the kill count and for Aram. Over in the inventory, I have an 8-way melee switch, which is the Helm of Nitsnot, Amulet of Torture, Bandos top and bottom, Fire Cape, Barrows gloves, Primordial boots, and Dragon claws or an Abyssal whip, depending on what I'm doing. 6 sharks. In the rune pouch, I have Death runes and Fire runes for the Iban Blast, a spade, Barrows tablets, and a construction cape. And obviously, if you do not have 99 construction, you will replace the cape with house teleports. So as I suspected, the Iban Blast is the slowest way that I decided to test out Barrows. Compared to the Fire Surge, Trident of the Seas, and the Trident of the Swamp, the Iban Blast is considerably slower than any of those other three. My average runtime with the Iban Blast was 5 minutes and 3 seconds, and that was with nearly maxed mage minus the Seer's Ring Eye. Now because of that time, I'm only able to finish 11 runs per hour, so that's going to be my basis for what I make per hour and per trip. All in all, it took me 21.04 hours to finish 250 Barrows chests with the Iban staff. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into that juicy loot. Coming up on the screen now, you will see a screenshot of just the loot from the runes. And in total, I had 100,416 Mind runes, 43,569 Chaos runes, 26,230 Death runes, and 12,668 Blood runes. Now, averaging all of these out throughout the 250 chests, I ended up averaging 401 Mind runes, 174 Chaos runes, 105 Death runes, and 51 Blood runes. And at the time of this video, with the current market prices, my average value in runes per trip was 65,879 GP. And keep in mind, this is with the Mauritania Hard Diaries, so I am getting 50% more runes from each Barrows chest. So how much did it cost me per trip? Well, it's actually pretty cheap because the Iban's Blast only requires 1 Death rune and 5 Fire runes. So each cast is actually pretty cheap, but it did take me an average of 37 casts of Iban Blast to finish 1 Barrows run. My total spell cast ended up coming out to 9,252, and the cost per one of those casts, again at the time of this video, was 307 GP. And I am using the Barrows teleport tablets, so those are a little bit pricey, but they are the easiest way to get there. And because I'm on the normal spellbook, I wouldn't be able to use the Arceus teleport spell. So my total cost per trip was 15,520 GP, giving me a profit per trip of 50,359 GP. Now this is my best profit per trip because of the cost of the spell cast for the Iban staff. But moving right along, we'll go ahead and throw up the rest of the loot up there to see what I ended up making in total. Now this kind of is a testament to how RNG can be very good or very bad. In this case, it wasn't that good for me. I should have gotten 15 Barrows items, but I didn't really come close to that. All in all, my total unique value ended up being 8,429,984 GP from each one of the Barrows items, giving me a total value of 24,873,852 GP. Now, out of all 4 spellcasts I did test, this was my lowest total value, but that was pretty much based on the uniques that I got because I got so many less than any of the other videos. But all in all, it only cost me 3,880,614 GP to do these 250 runs with the Iban's blast, which is considerably less than any of my other videos on Barrows. As for my total profits, I ended up with 20,993,238 GP, which is pretty close to the other videos' profits because of the cost of the Iban staff. So it kind of made up for it because of the cost and not getting as many rares, but I still would have liked to see more. With that profit, that total profit, my profit per run ended up being 83,972 GP. As for my profit per hour, it ended up coming to 997,777 GP. So right there on the mark for $1 million an hour. So even though the Iban staff wasn't exactly my most profitable spell test, it was still pretty good. $1 million an hour is still not that bad. There are definitely better ways to make money in this game, but Barrows is considered more of a low level to mid level boss, and if you're a high level, you do have a 1 in 33 chance of getting an elite clue if you kill all 6 brothers. So a lot of higher levels do come here to hunt elite clues. I got about 45 to 50 while I was doing all 1,000 of these runs, so it's not that bad. But guys, that is going to wrap up this final Barrows testing video. I want you guys to keep an eye out next week where I put all of the different spell casts together, average them all out, and we'll go through and talk about exactly which one you might want to use in what situation. But if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up down below. They really help the video's popularity. And if you have not done so yet, please tap that subscribe button on your way out. All of your guys' support means a ton to me. And if you so choose, you can check out my Patreon page and pledge to keep my channel going. Any pledges I get go directly towards making better content, getting better stuff for my computer to make better videos. So go ahead and check that out. But until next time, guys, I will see y'all later. Take it easy.